Welcome back to Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat. Alex just wore that beer. All right. This is Jason.
This is Alex.
This is Dooley.
And this is Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat. Welcome back to our podcast. Hopefully you guys have been listening all along. I know we do put them up rather quickly, but a lot of them aren't that long. So I feel like we're doing you a justice.
Not that long.
Well, I mean, there's podcasts out there that go like 2 hours a day. You know what I mean? Like
we could.
Yeah, I mean.
We could.
We have 3.
So right now, in our area, there is a huge festival happening.
Hopefully ending.
Something
ending soon. I think it goes till like 1 o'clock tonight. Because I know they changed some schedules because of the rain. So.
I was gonna say I know they had permission to do it 1 o'clock on Friday. I don't know if they're gonna have permission to do 1 o'clock tonight, but I don't know. So
okay, so yeah, there's something in the water happening in our area right now, and so far the only thing that has happened negatively that I've heard of, and I hear of a lot of crap. So the only thing I heard negatively, there was like 100 people that stormed the gates and got in for free. You can't catch us all.
doesn't sound very negative to me.
Well, I mean, as far as bad crap could go, that's not that bad.
How much are tickets anyway?
I don't know. I think they're like $200. This isn't horrible for a 3-day festival, I don't believe. What do you think, Alex? I don't do festivals.
I wouldn't pay $300 for this festival. 200?
Yeah, it was 200.
Yeah, but it was like 6 by the time they're getting resold.
I mean, granted, there are a lot of people that are there that aren't performing.
I don't really care. I probably would not pay much for this festival. Granted, Jay-Z showed up, so I guess if you're a Jay-Z fan, it was worth it almost regardless.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what Jay-Z tickets go for.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking Jay-Z. I guess I kind of am because he pulled one of our YouTube videos down because we had New York.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't Jay-Z.
You already have enough money.
It wasn't Jay-Z in particular, but his company or his lawyers or somebody was like, "Yeah, you can't do that." Like, okay, fine.
Or just YouTube in general.
Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely like his company.
Like, something.
But the point is, I don't think I would pay that much to go see this festival. Like, I think of festivals as like, let's go in the woods and camp, and there should be 2 or 3 stages set up and.
Okay.
There's extracurricular activities. I feel like it's really hard to do at Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Just like anything else.
Yeah, everything's hard to do at Virginia Beach, and I bet you, they're busing people to to get their cars for those of them that can't park at the oceanfront, and they're just sitting there waiting. Like they probably have 9 policemen just lined up. Like, oh, that dude's drunk, fucking pull him. Oh, that dude's drunk, fucking pull him.
Car. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's
entrapment if they do it before you get in your car. But hey, a block down the road.
True. Stop the blue Nissan Sentra.
Right? They literally have people at the parking lot when you leave. So hey, this dude's fucked up. Give him a block and then pull him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's a negative thing to have something of this magnitude. Happening here. I mean, I think it's good for the city itself, especially for something that's been this talked about in the national news. Like, hey man, Virginia Beach got a little credit, helping people figure out where we are and come spend your tourist dollars with us. I mean,
somebody put something in the water's putting us on the map. Like we're not already there.
I mean, it's a huge tourist destination to begin with.
I'm a Norfolk person, so I mean, Norfolk's not really on the map. But if I was trying to, if I go out of state and people are like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, Virginia Beach. They're like, "Oh, yeah." Like, if I say Norfolk, they're like, "Where?"
Oh, I mean, but Norfolk, Virginia Beach, isn't on the weather map. It's Norfolk.
Yeah, well, it's because there's an airport in Norfolk, so I'm sure that the weather equipment is in Norfolk.
And also, as we've said, I think just me and Jason, I guess, and a lot of other people, we're the East Coast California now.
We're
getting there.
I mean, weather-wise, yeah. I mean, if you put us, I don't know. I can't sign off on that. So what we got here in front of us is, can you read that over?
Yeah, I can definitely do that, since it's already all over me. Hibiscus Hard Lemonade by Devil's Backbone. Lemonade naturally flavored, So I'm not sure if that means it's real lemons, but it's naturally flavored.
I would hope that that's real lemons.
I only picked it up because it
was pretty.
It's pretty.
It's a pretty label.
The can does look cool.
I mean, it's got flowers all over it. Yeah,
has
that's
no
cool.
appeal to it,
And it is a
Hibiscus flowers,
6.1.
perhaps?
Yeah, probably. It's a 6.1% rosé-colored 1-pint can. By the way, it's not 12 ounce, it's 16. And the tasting notes say floral, zing, and lemon.
I don't have high hopes for this one.
I just picked it up because I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, you picked up. You picked up something new. That I mean, Alex has already tried this. In the future. All right, so those of you who don't know about Devil's Backbone, it's a local brewery. Well, we consider local. It's in Richmond, correct? Is it Richmond?
Lexington.
Lexington,
close.
Virginia. The producer showed up, and she can try this hibiscus hard lemonade with us. Can we?
Oh, we're just dropping everything.
Yeah, getting punched in the head, throwing phones on the floor.
Me burping all over the place.
All right, so
Yeah, let's do this.
pass them out. Can you, producer? Can you? This one's you. We poured you one. I don't know if you want it, but we poured you one.
Yeah, it's hibiscus hard lemonade by Devil's Backbone. Let's
I have a feeling it's gonna taste just like
hello, how are you?
hard lemonade. So.
Oh, you know what? While they all taste this, I'm going to talk about hello, how are you? So for those of you that are big beer or even whiskey, scotch, bourbon fans, whatever, when you say hello, how are you to your beer, it is supposed to clear your palate because of all the H's that you are pronouncing. So it's really, you have to pronounce the hello, how are you? And it sounds a little weird when you're sitting at the bar talking to yourself about hello, how are you to your beer. But
Granted, if you don't want anyone to talk to you, it's good for you.
oh yeah, it works out great.
I mean, it's also the no-nos in the morning when you haven't brushed your teeth yet.
yeah.
Don't hello, how are you, anybody?
But
Just
it
say,
is
"Sup."
it is a palate cleaner in a sense, and it in our experience it seems to work out pretty good. I see your face over there. I'm curious. What are your thoughts?
It is very lemonade forward, right? I'm not really picking up that much hibiscus. I think that it's
It has a weird aftertaste.
that might be the hibiscus.
That's what
The question is, how many of us have really eaten hibiscus?
Yeah, I mean, I've had the tea.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Never.
Yeah. So, I mean, can you
no.
really like say that you aren't tasting the hibiscus? Obviously, we get the lemonade. So, I'm curious what zing is. Like, is zing just supposed to be like a floral
No,
zing
I
and lemon?
think the
like,
zing there is like the lemon sourness.
Okay,
I
so
think that's what they're going with the
There's
zing
definitely
there.
a sour to it.
are you getting some sort of floral?
At the very beginning.
Producer likes it. We got that. Are you getting a floral?
Yeah, there's definitely a floral note in there.
At the very beginning of it. And then at the end of it, it's kind of like tart lemon.
It's floral in the front, lemonade all the way, and then like a floral aftertaste. You don't get. I think it's very lemony. It's not bad. Okay, it's not a bad. I could drink it.
It's probably not what you would usually go for.
No, man. If I was sitting out at a pool, like if I was sitting out at a pool, in the summertime, like I could drink that. It's probably not a great idea because it's like 6%.
6.1.
So it's not crazy. It's definitely a higher volume.
I mean, if you're going for IPAs, it's less. If you're going for our usual teddies, it's a little more.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think
But also for a sipping beer at the pool or whatever, that's going to get you in trouble.
Isn't that where you want to be?
Like, you're not going to realize it. And then it's like 4
I'm going swimming.
I could definitely see you not realizing that's alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Like it would be.
Larry's Lemonade has that. Like I could. All right, Larry's Lemonade is a little bit too kind of easy drinking in my opinion. Like I feel like it's really sweet. It is really sweet.
Like
and I feel like the
we
hangover on
worked
that
at a
would be
place
horrible.
that would cut it with water.
Well, you're supposed to pour it over ice.
Oh.
So even in a 16-ounce glass, you're supposed to pour it over ice. But I'm just saying, like, I could see getting like a 12-pack of that,
Isn't
mowing
Larry's
the lawn.
Lemonade local too? I don't think that's
I'm
a
not positive,
national
to be honest with
brand. I don't think that's a national brand.
I'm not, but the point is, I could definitely see like mowing the lawn and then sitting down on the porch and crushing like a 12-pack, and then regretting it later.
Oh, I think the sugar content in that
Yeah, that-
alone is going to give you
It's like drinking Fireball.
like a huge hangover.
It's gonna suck.
I mean, I've had several Larrys sitting around, you know, like, but I always tend to like switch back to the Teddy of choice.
I had Larry's, I realized the next morning that it was horrible.
It's just all that sugar. I mean, that's why I said like Fireball.
So
Like,
what the producer is saying is like when she has several Larrys, she realizes that it's a horrible mistake because she is not talking into a microphone and no one will hear her. Like it does, you do tend to have. Where is this brewery at? Oh, it's in Hampton. So that's actually what popped up in the picture when I did it. Like, yeah, so it's out of Hampton. So I doubt
I haven't.
that Larry's is a national brand. So there's that. We have we talked about 2 local beers. All right, so moving on to what is this, episode 20?
It's somewhere around there.
Yeah, because we did 19 last night.
So we didn't finish.
We're
that
not even to
one.
Monday, and we're ahead by 2 episodes.
We didn't finish that one last night. If Dooley would stop slamming the hell out of the table, that's gonna sound great on the. Damn it, Dooley! All right, so
So sorry.
So what we wanted to talk about was because we were going through like all like the smoker process and like the place that we worked at with the smoked meats, but we didn't get into the chicken wing convo.
The chicken wing debacle.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I guess it's not a debacle, but it's my opinion on chicken wings in a restaurant.
So good, by the way.
which we have 2 very different opinions on chicken wings. Well, let's go down your story and then we'll continue on to talk about our individual opinions.
Okay, so I'm going to start by saying that we are obviously very big meat fans. We eat
What?
a lot of meat, and it's cooked in various different ways. What really drives me crazy about wings in restaurants, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to preface this. If you ever want to serve wings in our restaurant, we need to have like 20 thermometers, because every set of wings will go to the table with a fucking thermometer in it. So when some lady who's a nurse tells me that this chicken isn't done because there's blood on the bone, chickens have blood.
No, they do not, sir. Look at my chicken breast.
They run off of water.
Okay,
Not blood.
so animals have blood just because there's red, not pink. We're not talking clear chicken. You know, we're not talking that like glossy, finished, uncooked chicken. We're talking about red, dark red on the bone. Does not mean your chicken is fucking raw.
No.
So, I am tired of arguing with people that think they know what they're talking about. Because I definitely got in an argument with someone who was a nurse in particular. Because I remember I got a little overzealous in my conversation when she was like, this chicken's raw. This was the second or maybe even third time
Wait,
that we sent it out.
Like, you got to bring it back to like how the wings were prepared first, so that everyone is on the level with you. Because, like, in this particular establishment, it is 100% impossible.
Oh, they're
It's-
cooked before they're cooked.
Because we smoked them.
They are smoked
So do you
up
think,
to temp.
Okay, so do you think maybe like did the smoke maybe penetrate to the bone and like because those are some damn good wings, man. I don't care what anyone says, man. We smoked the wings and then when
I'm
it
really curious
when
if
it
it-
came time for an order. Then we deep fried smoked wings. Like,
There's no way your shit's coming out fucking raw. The point is, I definitely got into an argument with someone, and you know what? We took the first order off and said, okay, if that's how you feel, we'll give you another one. And that's why I said, like, this may have been the second or third order that we sent out. And I walked it out to the table, And I was like, I'd like you to, cut into one and see how you feel. And, of course, she cut into one. And it was right on the bone. She was like, this chicken's not done. She's like, I'm a nurse. I cook chicken at home all the time. This chicken's not done. And I was like, really? I'm a fucking chef. Like, I cook chicken all day, every day. You're a nurse. What do you know about chicken? You cook it at home? Congratulations. Like, so I swear to God, if we ever sell chicken wings, we're going to have like 20 thermometers so that they can see it's 180 degrees. That's well past done.
This is
Fuck your raw chicken
How many
shit.
times has this happened to you?
A lot.
Willing to take
I will take the
beloved-
entire item off the menu.
beloved American cuisine, and you're gonna take that off a menu because I have not run into this many people.
Oh, I definitely have.
I'll tell you the worst one I had, and I was super fucking confused with chicken wings. Like, I'm frying wings, and they keep getting sent back. Not for me to start a new order, but to cook the order that they had longer. And I was like, well, it's already been on the table. Like, I got to start over.
Oh, you mean the extra crispy that takes 45 minutes to cook?
Oh, no, this is, okay.
They want, like, no meat on the bone?
This went to a whole new level.
Oh, I'd love to hear this.
Probably
not. This is only going to solidify my reasoning for not having chicken wings on the menu.
So, I was like, okay, well, so my third attempt to cook these wings.
Think about that, sir.
Okay,
Your
listen.
third attempt.
But, okay, the confusion that I was having, and, because the information was not getting relayed to me correctly, which, even after the information was relayed to me correctly, I was still confused. So, I fry these wings, and I swear, it felt like an hour. Like, I just fried, like they were...
From a raw state?
Yes. Come to find out, the people did not want to eat the chicken. They wanted to eat the bone.
Like, actually...
Yeah, looking at everyone's face right now.
Like, actually, eat the bone. Like, actually...
Actually, they were not interested in the meat.
They wanted, like, the marrow out of the bone.
Yes. Like, they wanted the bone. They wanted me to cook it so far that the bone was soft. Don't get me wrong. This is an industry of preference. People have preferences.
Fuck people with chicken wings.
And so
Did you ask them if they're cannibals?
I was like, well, I talked to the server, and I was like, well, if you'd have told me that in the first place. She's like, well, I didn't know. They never said, they were just peeling the chicken meat off and biting into the bone.
That is pretty fucking weird, producer. I don't know if
And-
anyone can hear you, but I will elaborate. That's pretty fucking weird.
I mean, if that's what you want, okay. Like I need to know that information. Like, if
You need to call ahead before you even sit down.
like, you want, I want 15 wings. I don't want the meat. I just want the bone. Like, I could have cut the meat off the bone
And use it for, like, pulled chicken.
Yeah, and then I couldn't fry bones.
If that's all you want.
I might even cut you a discount.
I just want to talk about this, though. Let's think about that for a second.
I think mine's way weirder than yours.
Oh, yours is weirder, but mine's much more frequent.
I see. I don't run into that a lot.
I run into it all the time. And if I have to cook 2 orders of chicken wings, every time I have to cook chicken wings, your 30% food cost is now at a 60.
Yeah, I get it. But like that, I don't run into that often.
I feel like if we owned a restaurant and someone told that shit to me when I was the owner, I would just be like, get the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
well, that's why I don't want to fucking sell chicken wings. Because at that point, like, you're a moron. I don't even want you here.
So note it. Alex doesn't go to the chicken wing table. Duly note that.
Duly noted.
There's a complaint on chicken wings. Anybody else?
Anyone else?
Somebody
Send the
don't care.
dishwasher. I don't care.
if they have to Skype in.
Me,
Bring a phone to the table.
me, Jason, and the producer are all just off and everything. Alex calls us. These motherfuckers
Are
with their
complaining about chicken
goddamn
wings.
fucking chicken wings. I will kill someone today.
All right, so don't get me wrong, though.
Okay,
if
so-
I go to the table and the chicken's raw, fine. That's our fault. But I will say that, like, 97% of the time that I've had to deal with it, the chicken's fucking cooked. And it drives me crazy to argue with somebody. Like, literally, I've brought the thermometer to the table, shown them. The wings are like 200 degrees, and they still try to go, this chicken's raw. What do you know that comes out raw at 200 degrees?
That is a valid question.
Like, I have the thermometer in the chicken, and they still want to argue with me. Dooley, any thoughts? Because apparently I'm on my own here. Like, fuck chicken wings.
Whoever complains about that is stupid.
As I said, that's at the point where I'm like, you're a moron, get the fuck out.
Granted, which is where the whole thing with, I think me and Jason were saying something about that. Or maybe it was you and me. But just sous videing.
But that still doesn't mean that there's not going to be blood in the wing. Like,
Well, no, you sous vide it and then you throw it in the fucking fryer.
Like, have you ever come across a blood clot in a wing? Where, like, it's
Yeah.
fully cooked, but there's still, like, that red portion in the meat where it looked like that's all.
Dude.
I don't even know. I'm assuming it's a blood clot, but there's a dark red portion in the meat. Dark red. We're still not talking fucking clear wings here. Like, you don't get that glossy fucking raw chicken shit.
Dude, my wings, fuck crispy. I like that shit, like, right at 165, I'm alright, cool. Like, yeah, it's, like, you peel the shit right off the fucking bone, but it's more of like a, it's still kind of not rubbery. Like
See, that's the thing. Hold on. Let's jump back to the sous vide thing, because you have a good point there.
Yeah.
If we opened a restaurant, we would probably sous vide chicken wings.
Yeah, as in prep, and then you throw it in a fucking...
So, okay, again,
Flexing.
they are already fully cooked
Yeah.
before they even leave the sous vide, because they're probably going to be in there for a while, because sous vide holds for a long time. Like, so, let's just assume these chicken wings have been sous videing at 165 degrees for like 3 hours. They are cooked. There is no question about that.
Yeah.
Then we fry them for like 2 minutes to get a crisp skin.
Yeah.
If I go to a table and they say these chicken wings are raw,
I'm not comping
do
your
I
shit.
have the fucking right to tell them to get the fuck out?
Well, no, I mean, in a more professional manner, I guess, but maybe, like, you know, just, like, there's still blood on this. You realize blood does not mean the meat's not cooked, right?
I still think I'd be like, get the fuck out.
I'm pretty sure.
I would. I like
me.
I am in the industry. I talk to tables all the time.
Yeah.
I have to watch my tongue. But
Me-
if I own the restaurant, I would definitely look at somebody and be like, get the fuck out. I don't care.
Like me,
Like-
my whole thing is like, blood doesn't incorporate with the meat. Like if the meat is fucking a chicken white, and you see blood on there, there are veins that go through the fucking joints, which are exactly what chicken wings are, joints. It's fucking first joint, second joint. That's what you serve.
That is a chicken wing.
That
Like,
is what you serve.
You
That-
get
that-
the arm, the
that is
elbow, the
that is
fucking
the drum. That is the fucking flat. Like that first, second joint. Like joint. That's the fucking thing right there. Like if you ever make a fucking truck order, that's what's going to be on the fucking truck order. It's going to say something like first and second joint, fucking some other bullshit on there.
No customer's gonna know what you're talking about, but I do.
Yeah, restaurant talk right now. First, second joint, it's fucking drum and flat. There you go. Like, it's joints. You're gonna get fucking nerves in there. They can't take everything out. They can't do all this other type of shit like that with it. So
I do wonder sometimes, though. Do you think that the quality of chicken that you order affects the result? Because do you think that, like, free range versus, there's no good way to put this, but like when they're crammed 1,000 into a fucking warehouse, do you think free range versus warehouse chicken has a difference? Because, like, do you think that maybe blood clots show up more often in mass-produced chicken than it does in free-range chicken?
I feel like you probably would.
Because I've definitely worked in places where I've never had this issue. And so maybe it's the quality of the chicken. But then again, chicken has blood. It's going to happen sometime. But I'm curious as to, like, do you think the quality of the chicken that you are purchasing has to do with whether or not a blood clot or a vein will show up after cooking the chicken?
Then again, we at the hotel, It's like it's frozen wings, like they're prepared and everything like that, and then frozen, like IQF, instant quick freeze. And I mean, I've eaten a few that are like, it looks like they had some like blood clot and everything like that, but for the most part, I've never heard a complaint from that in the almost 2 years I've been there.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways to prepare wings, like steaming them first, or bake.
What he was talking about was free range to
Like,
slaughterhouse.
do you think
pretty much.
do you think like slaughterhouse chicken has a higher capability of having blood clots in their chicken? Like, do you think that the quality of the chicken you're purchasing affects the outcome? Because there have been restaurants where I've worked at, I've never had this problem. I also think it has a lot to do with the clientele of the restaurant.
All right, so I believe more so you're gonna run into it with the size, and we know a guy who runs sports bars, and he buys like the biggest wings that they can find, like the jumbo party wing, and
the randoms.
And like that's gonna have
Random applies to the breast, but I'm with you.
Yeah, sorry, didn't explain that enough. But
but I think like in a bigger chicken wing, you're gonna
It's more likely
that you're gonna run into this issue.
a blood vessel, a vein, a blood clot.
Yeah, I mean, even when they're taking care of the chicken on its way to the restaurant
to being slaughtered.
yeah. So
Let's be real. Everybody,
if you
don't know where your chicken comes from, it has to be killed first.
so and they take the blood out, and you're
That
not
was
gonna
a very PC way to put that.
they're not gonna it's not pumping anymore, so it's not gonna I mean, like if you wash a cup and you flip it upside down, there's still water in it. It's like
great metaphor to do that.
I like that. I like that.
Perfect. That was kind of perfect.
Like, so I mean, everything is not going to come out. So yes, is there a possibility that you have fried blood? Yes, I would guarantee you that 90% of the time you're going to run into that issue, and I understand. So I don't think it. I don't. Okay, so I think the problem is on the education side of chicken as opposed to like the preparation, like people being educated. Because there's no way you can tell me that you fried a chicken leg, now not a drumette, like a leg, in your house, and that bone wasn't some sort of other color than white. And if it was, you overcooked the shit out of that chicken.
Jason had that one little fucking red line right against the bone, and you're like, no, I'm not going to eat that because that's a fucking vein. Like, you're not going to go straight back to Walmart or wherever.
So I want to get back into if we own a restaurant serving chicken wings, because you can't go to a table and attempt to educate them at that point about chicken wings.
I mean, you can't.
Now
they're not gonna
we're the asshole. I'd rather just be the asshole and says get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I know it's a service industry, but fuck.
Okay, from the thing that we were talking about,
it's okay to direct them to another item on the menu. Like, okay, we cannot prepare this item to your specification.
It's gonna have blood.
From the idea,
Animals have blood.
The idea you had with
It's the well done eater.
ching ching chings. I'm not gonna the light things.
Oh! You're talking about like it? Yeah, that did.
Yeah,
not,
ching 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 did not register with neon lights
that
to me.
almost came across very racist.
Although they do make very good wings. So,
but
yeah, so
like for
cutting
what
off
you're
a
saying
light.
like with that, but like for chicken wings, like under it, just say certified sous vide to X temperature.
That's
a
very expensive neon light.
No, I'm saying like just a random like sign below it, like whatever.
it's like the employees must wash hands before leaving restroom. Like,
Yeah, something like
just
that.
have like a chicken is cooked to 165. There's no
Sous vide to
And
165.
like we're over here
and
throwing
then
out all
fried.
our restaurant ideas, and somebody's gonna listen to this podcast, and they're gonna steal our damn
That's
light.
why
I'm sure it's
That's
probably
why I
already
said
happened
ching, ching,
somewhere, but
It makes
That's why I
way
said
more
ching ching
sense.
ching because y'all can see what I'm doing. They can't.
they can't. Yeah, so like pulling the cord. I got you on the ching ching ching. It still sounds
You
weird,
couldn't get the click click.
right? Yeah,
What?
ching ching.
That's-
That was
Is
That's
that how
more
the
of a-
lights sound at your house?
ching.
When you turn them on and off? They got a chimer.
Ching, 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 ching.
All right, you know what? So that's a good topic, though. Is there anything that before I even get into that, have you ever had the issue with fish? Because a lot of times fish is easier to clean. There is a bloodline in fish that you normally end up cutting out. Or in salmon, it's deboning.
Depends on how you get it processed before you get it.
You're right.
Or how you process it when you get it.
I have definitely broken down whole fish, and sometimes you have to cut out the bloodline.
Oh, especially the tuna.
I mean, it also depends on the fish because, like tilapia, there's no cutting that bloodline out because it's too thin.
It's there. Look,
But that's like
And
getting
Jason
steamed
has told me
shrimp.
enough
Like
about
you're
that.
getting the full shrimp. It's not deveined.
unless
Yeah,
you-
if you have steamed shrimp shell on,
Yeah, like you're getting the full shrimp.
Well, that's not
Please about
that vein. That
Which
vein.
is fucking hilarious to me. Like I didn't cut the shrimp open.
That
It's got a
vein
shell
is
on.
not a vein.
Yeah, okay. But people still eat it, and you complain less about that than you do about blood on bone on a chicken wing.
They say devein just to be a little bit easier.
Yeah, PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the poop trail,
Oh, absolutely, it is
the large intestine. I mean,
for a shrimp.
that shrimp ain't plankton. I'm okay with it.
I mean, but I don't know. It just anyway.
You've probably eaten plankton and didn't know about it when you're in the ocean. It just went in your mouth. Like, it's
Come out of the ocean, you're like, I'm full.
so salty.
Is there anything other than chicken wings, obviously for me, that you wouldn't serve at a restaurant that we owned? Like, is there anything that jumps to mind that's just like, I would not serve that for a specific reason? Because obviously I am far beyond against chicken wings. I am probably going to, that's 2-3. So, I mean, I'm going to lose this battle, and I will suck it up, but I am not kidding. If I have to lose this battle, we will own a lot of thermometers.
Chicken wings are gonna happen. As far as me, like, no, there's nothing. Like, okay, because I mean,
What about salmon cakes?
no, I mean, look, just because I don't care for something doesn't mean other people. Like, would I write a menu and put salmon cakes on the menu? Absolutely not. Like, I'm not gonna, like, if it showed up as a special, it is what it is. Can't we take those scraps and smoke them? Like, I mean, and do something else other than a salmon cake? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, salmon cakes is just one of those things that I don't care for, but it's not that other people like them, but I don't see them being a big mover on a menu. Next to the
smoked
pulled
salmon
pork
dip
and
sounds a
smoked
little bit
salmon.
better in my opinion.
Yeah, smoked salmon dip would be perfect. Like,
I would probably say, like, maybe small game.
Are you talking about like rabbits?
Yeah, because, I mean, for me,
I mean, I don't think we're gonna have squirrel on our menu. It might be you might have like a wild game night and put something weird up there.
yeah,
But
yeah, like, maybe it's like a random special for the night, but not, like, keep it on the actual menu, because
you guys want to try squirrel?
like you're like
A lot of people are going to order it, and it's going to wait.
yeah, like, I don't feel like many people are going to go, oh my god, they got rabbit leg, let's get that shit. Like, no, man, like, and people are very choosy.
especially in this area, like rabbit's not something that you see on menus.
I do feel like though, if we open a
Squab,
restaurant,
that's why they call it squab and not pigeon. You
Right.
might order a squab, but
quail sounds way better than pigeon. Like
Yeah.
well, quail.
quail's a different bird. I know. I'm just
But
saying.
squab,
Let's face it.
squab
How different
is-
are they?
squab is a pigeon, and they call it squab
Because
and-
no one wants to
and-
eat pigeon.
and people will order it.
Squab doesn't, to me, sound any better. Like, it just doesn't sound like a thing I would really want to eat. Like,
And I'll be perfectly honest with you, if we're ordering squab, I'm gonna eat like 6. It's like they're little.
oh,
Like,
then again,
Quail,
I haven't
little.
never had
Cornish
squab.
game hen.
Yeah.
Like, it's a small chicken.
It's not small. I feel like tiny.
What, Cornish game
Like-
hen? It's a chicken.
And by the way, I have 8 chickens. So,
soon to be 0 chickens.
I was gonna say like,
thinking that.
is this like a?
You want
is this a
eggs?
riddle?
You want eggs?
Yeah, I'll
I-
get them from the Mega Mart.
I have 30 cows
get 'em
and
for
8
free.
chickens.
You
Like,
get
is
'em
this
for
like
free.
22 cows are hungry? I don't. Is this a riddle? Or are you
No.
literally saying like,
Like,
you have
you know,
8 chickens
he
in the
actually,
house?
he actually
No.
has chickens at
Yeah.
his house. He's raising chickens.
Yeah.
Can you raise ducks instead?
Why would I raise ducks?
Because they're more delicious.
That is
They
valid.
fly, so I don't fucking feel like doing
Chickens
that shit.
also fly. They just don't fly very far.
That's why you put them in a coop.
You can't coop some ducks for us? I mean,
Dude, come on. Duck eggs are so much better.
From right
Nah,
up
yeah,
from what
but
he
it's a
just said earlier
waterfowl.
about the
Now
whole
you
chicken
need, now you
legs.
need a
From what he just
whole
said about the whole
pond.
chicken legs. Oh, well, you're not allowed to fly, bitch. So we're just
you
going
let
to keep
people
you
eat
going.
That's a
duck
whole.
at, like,
I will
medium.
eat duck mid-rare and love it. I'm sure a lot of people out there are like, "Oh my god, poultry mid-rare!" Like, all right, guess what?
That's
Grown up
different.
world.
That's
Let
different.
me
Grown up
find-
world.
Let me find a duck then. I might try something.
Oh, dude, if I could grow, if I could grow, if
I could grow a duck.
if I could grow a duck,
Motherfucker, if I can grow.
if I could have
where
ducks
the
in my
duck seeds
backyard, I would have a fucking duck farm. Let me tell you.
Where them duck seeds at?
So, in my mind, you're growing like 64 piece.
That went back to he's got 8 chickens.
I didn't even have
I was
to
looking
think
for-
about
I was
that. I
looking
was
for
like,
it.
bitch, you're thinking 8-way right
Yeah.
now. Like,
We're gonna break this chicken down. It's gonna have 8 pieces. Oh yeah, we got 64 pieces of chicken in Dooley's backyard.
which hopefully they actually survive. Since we got,
Okay, so like we've
Well,
definitely left the topic of
I just
the
kind of bring that up
smokehouse.
because I don't even know.
well, we barely
We
talked
didn't-
about
we
the
didn't even
smokehouse.
get to the
we
ribs.
went straight into fucking wings.
Well, that was like it's
my
different
thing
from
is I
smokehouse.
didn't even know if you knew if I had chickens or not.
I
so-
didn't, but I will eat them.
No, you're not. You're gonna eat their fucking eggs, but that's about it.
Okay, so
Until they get
Also-
kinda bigger.
let's talk about the rib selection and like what irritated, like about talking about things that we did not like.
About our smokehouse, and it goes back
But
to
you did correct it. I think it was you, right? You just started ordering. A
yeah.
better
No,
rib.
I fucking got it. Yeah, like fuck this. We're getting a better rib, but
okay, so we opened the smokehouse and we were buying like the random.
it's not. I mean, it
What was it? It was like something weird.
wasn't random, but I mean, like basically, like we made good ribs, but it was like we're taking low quality ribs that aren't processed, in my opinion, correctly.
We were buying the scrap meat from shit that people were making St. Louis cuts out of.
Right. So again, they were good ribs, but it was the silver
It's a pork
skin
rib, yeah.
that we had a problem with.
Well, and the cuts were so random, and
It wasn't the right size all the time. Like some of them were 4, some of them were 6, some of them were 8.
Some were thick, some were thin.
Yeah, like, there was no
just
real
inconsistency.
consistency. But I still think the silver skin or that kind of filmy layer on the back of the rib is what really we did not like.
Well,
Like
I mean,
that
yeah,
was the
and trying to clean sections of ribs instead of racks of ribs
Right.
is a different game. Like
get a
when you're
whole rack, smoke the whole rack, cut it down.
and then yeah, what you're saying, but
You
like
want a
when
whole
it
rack
comes
or a
in-
half
when it
rack?
comes
There's
in
a reason
raw
they say that.
and it's only like a 3-bone segment, and you're trying to take the silver skin off.
Like fuck that.
It was just a pain in the ass, and eventually we switched.
We ended up getting full racks.
Yeah, full racks, and it was.
And then we cut them down. Yeah, like you want a full rack or a half rack? Cool, here you go.
Yeah, that's way easier. So yeah, the rib, and that goes back to like when you open restaurants and the soft open and the like getting through all that, and like, okay, man, you have the wrong cut. Like,
I think
even though we were very boisterous about that in the beginning, we are not always as okay as management.
you're not always listened to.
You're not always listened to in when it comes down to the dollar.
Yeah, it's all about the cost. But all right, so this is something I think we can probably all agree on here at this table. Is I would rather charge a little bit more for a better product.
Hell yeah.
So you plan for the cost. Like
Yeah.
you make your menu item according to it's good going in, it's good coming out. Like
And that I'm a firm believer that you pay for quality. You pay at the grocery store when you just go there. Like they have one steak that's Hereford beef, and then they have Joe Schmo's beef on the other side, and then they have an Angus, and they're all the same cut, the same thickness, but they all have different prices. Like so, there's the same thing. Like in a restaurant, like we're purchasing the
Better-
same way,
yeah, better
but in
quality.
bulk. And so, like when you look at like, okay, is the quality there for this price? And then when people come into your establishment, are they willing to pay for the quality as well? Like, I would rather spend an extra $2 on a plate that is 10 times better than if it was $2 cheaper. You feel me? Like,
Oh, I definitely feel you.
With playing up and everything like that of it.
That goes into
let's
like, all
not
right,
even get into. We
So-
can't even start talking about sales.
let's talk about
No, sound like the
Sales team.
let's talk about
the
daily,
presentation of it.
nightly, and or lunch specials. Because what really gets me, if you go to McDonald's and you get a combo, you're probably looking at $12.
Is it that much?
All right, maybe I get a lot of food.
That's probably more realistic.
Yeah, maybe I get
I
a-
don't know what a combo.
Let's call it a large fry, a large drink, and like a double cheeseburger. Well, all right,
double quarter pounder.
thank
So,
you.
like, maybe,
double quarter
like-
pounder.
$5.
So it's a half-pound burger with fries and a
I
drink.
think that's like close to like the $7 range. Like, I guess I don't know. I mean, I don't, not a lot of.
I'm
No,
been to
I'm
McDonald's.
telling you, it's more than that.
I've been to McDonald's in like fucking 3 or 4 years.
Okay, so
In any case, you're paying at least $10 for this combo.
all right.
So you go to a restaurant where they actually cook your burger to temp. You are getting fresh, not frozen beef,
All right.
and you're probably paying less, especially at lunch, for this.
in some places.
Hey, as I said, we're going into like lunch or daily specials.
Yep.
I'm always curious how people can complain about how expensive it is. Because, again, you're getting fresh, not frozen beef cooked to temp. This is not a frozen patty that
And
was
you
thrown
didn't
on
go
a grill.
through a drive-through. You sat
Yeah.
down. There's a server there. There's
Yeah, like you
Like-
got served, not just like, oh, here's your shit. Which, all right, not that I go to McDonald's. I'm not gonna lie. There's one at like 2 blocks
don't
from
get
my
me wrong.
house.
I have nothing against McDonald's. There's just not one close, man. Like,
Again, there's one 2 blocks from my house. Let me tell you, it happens.
like holy shit, man! If I could walk to McDonald's, dude.
I get a Wendy's less than a mile from my house on a Hardee's.
I wish there was a Wendy's less than a mile from my house.
Okay, Wendy's
I
and
got,
Hardee's.
I got 2 Wendy's, like probably about the same distance in either direction.
I can walk to Hardee's in 5 minutes. So
Like,
Hardee's and McDonald's are like the same distance, but Hardee's closes earlier.
yeah, and I gotta be honest with you, like back in the day, I think Hardee's was better than they are now.
yeah.
The new burgers, like when they tried to up their burger game, I feel like they failed. Like, it's not as good as it used to
Knowing
be.
me,
And, like,
Still like their breakfast.
knowing me, what burger do you think I get from Hardee's?
I would say you get like a monster burger.
There you go.
Is it a monster burger or a thick burger?
Monster
Well, now it's a
burger.
monster thick burger. When they changed it to thick burgers, is when it went downhill. The monster burger,
I get a monster thick burger and probably like one other burger, and then I'm like,
I'm not
can
gonna
we
lie.
have a combo?
I went the other day to get their lunch special. It was like the little box. I think they call
Yeah.
it the All Star.
I've been there.
I mean,
I've
I got
been-
like
not
a
recently, but I've
got
been
like a
there for-
chili dog and cheeseburger, with
Okay.
some fries and a drink, and it even came with a cookie. For I it's probably like $6 or $7. It's not bad. I'm not complaining. But if I
But
can
at
get
that-
if I can get a fresh burger for the same price,
Yeah, I mean, but if you're paying $6 for all that crap, I am not expecting the quality to be of
no,
the best standard.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah, like I gave you five.
You're
I
just
gave you a
getting
$5
nutrition.
bill. I gave you a Lincoln, and you handed me a box of food. Like, I can burn $5 in a vending machine getting a drink and a snack. It's.
Again, I'm not knocking fast food, but I just think it's funny when people come in and they're like, hey,
And they come into an actual
isn't,
restaurant.
yeah, this isn't worth the $7, $8, $9 that I paid for this special. Like, really? Is it? Is it now? Like,
I mean, I don't tend to run into these issues. Like,
we're not going to get into that
I mean,
right
granted,
now.
Granted, we don't work in the same place, and like we haven't worked together in a long time, and like I just don't run into
Crab
it.
legs?
Oh,
What crap?
well, all right.
That
First
was
off,
like 7
you're not
years
mic'd
ago.
up. So, producer brought up crab legs. Now I'm a little curious as to where we can delve into that one. Because I do find that a lot of places overcook them.
Jason
hell
is
yeah.
rubbing his face, so I don't know
All right,
if this is.
she wants to talk about the crab leg story. So, we're in an establishment that sells crab legs. It was a pretty busy night. I don't recall everything, and I honestly forgot about this issue until she brought it up. And so, like, we evidently could not cook the crab legs to the preference of this table, so we just kept sending out another pound.
Food costs.
By the time they come to me, it's like they're 3 pounds deep, and they want to talk to a manager. And so I go over to the table, and as I'm looking at the pounds of crab legs that they've eaten, like, they're already gone. Like, you
still ate them.
You didn't like them,
Right
but you
there,
ate them.
keywords: eaten, not pushed aside or anything like that. Eaten.
Not even sense of fat.
So I did chuckle, and I was like, well, I'm not going to continue down this road with you guys. Like, I'm not going to...
You can order something else.
Yeah, I was like, we're done with the crab leg thing. And one of the dudes stood up like he was going to fight me in a restaurant. And I literally looked at him and was like, are you seriously, what are you going to do, hit me? Like, you're on camera. Like
By all means.
Yeah, go for it, dude. Because, like, I'll let you do it.
You can get one in?
Yeah.
It's over.
But, like, you're in a corner.
You got nowhere to go, bro.
So he sat back down, and we just moved on. And, like, I told him I'd comp, like, 2 of their orders of crab legs, and that was it. And, like, it didn't... That's not even the first time someone stood up on me at a table.
Oh,
It's like we're not gonna fight over your crab legs, bro. Like, first off, this is my job, and let me find out where the fuck you work. Like, are you a mechanic? Good, because my shit will be in there in the morning. Like, and none of this shit's gonna be right, and I'm getting it all comped. Like, I still hear the squeak. We didn't hear the squeak when we started. Yeah, but I told you there was a squeak, and I still hear the squeak.
I still hear it.
And you did all this work, and the squeak's still there.
It's the whole reason I brought it in. Why am I paying you if the squeak isn't fixed?
Couldn't find out it was a
We
steering
changed
wheel.
your brakes. We did your we did your belt. We did your steering wheel. Like, yeah, I still hear it. You don't hear it? I'm like, customer service, bitch.
Actually, it was your radio. It was just turned on
Yeah.
really well.
Turn
It's
the
like,
AM
it was on
radio.
AM. It's just like, it's like-
Thanks for
I've
free
definitely-
shit, bitches.
I've literally had people swing on me. Now,
oh, really? I
granted,
have not been there.
Haven't
I
had
mean,
to-
not like in the bar setting.
Like sober?
no, most of them were
Okay,
inebriated.
Okay, that makes difference.
My favorite was like I'm not even exaggerating this. My favorite story. This girl was like 4'3", hammered at like 2:00 in the afternoon, and I mean hammered. Her friend was fairly good, and I had to cut this girl off. And in order to swing on me, which by the way I was not behind the bar, I was on the same side of the bar as she was. She had to stand up on the bar stool to swing. Missed, but swung. Like, I had to laugh. And then I had to look at her friend and be like, you need to pay your tab and leave, or I'll have the police escort her out.
I'm gonna just go ahead and just
We're just gonna call this a day. You need to go. And her friend was like, I'll get her. It's fine. Like, no, it's not fine. Your friend has had like a beer here and is obviously. I can't even say she was drunk. Something.
She was shithoused.
Well, no. Again, shithouse implies drunk. Like, I think there was something else going on.
Oh.
I don't know for a fact.
Maybe she went through a really rough breakup.
Yeah, maybe she went through a really. Maybe her friend was buying her shots. I don't fucking know. But point being, this girl did. She only had like 1 beer and was definitely beyond the point of definitely being served. And when I had to cut her off, it was like, yeah, no, you're not. Like, I don't know how you got the first one. I think your friend bought it for you. We're not giving you another one. And she was like, I don't even remember what she said. I'm not gonna lie. I just thought it was hilarious. She had to stand up because like bar stools have like little where you rest your feet. No, she stood up where you rest your feet, swung,
I hate when bar stools don't have the place where you rest your feet.
How tall are you?
Shut your fucking face out.
I'll swing my feet. But I just thought it was hilarious that she literally had to stand up in order to swing at my face. And granted, she was too inebriated on something to hit, but it was funny. Still had to tell her, like, you gotta go. But it was funny.
I still remember the one time where concert night and the bartender was like, yeah, this dude just like threw his drink at me and you just came out of nowhere. I was like, hey Alex, I'm not gonna deal with this. It's just, you're gonna tell this dude that just threw his drink on said bartender and you're just like, walk straight to the fucking dude.
I'm not a huge dude. Dooley, first off, Dooley, you're bigger than I am.
I'm like two of you.
Maybe not that far, but you're bigger than I am by far. And I have no problem walking up to someone and being like, yo, you're done. Get the fuck out. And again, this doesn't even involve chicken wings. Like, you're done. Get the fuck out. Like, do you have a tab? You need to pay it. As a matter of fact, like, how many drinks have you had? I'll fucking pay it. Get the fuck out right now. Like, I've had people come in without shoes after concerts, and it's like, yo, you can't be in here. Well, I have a tab. Like, no, you just go. Just go.
It's like, go to the patio or go to the...
No, I don't even want you on the patio. I gotta go stand out front so I can call the cops. Like, they're drunk in public. Come get them now. They did not drink here. They were drunk when they got here. I did not let them in because they didn't have shoes. Can you handle this for me?
Like,
I know what you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. And I'm surprised the person that you're talking about didn't go up to that person and be like, I will hit you in the face if you don't leave right now.
Yeah. Especially.
Right? That bartender in particular was not one to take shit from anybody.
She's one of those, you say one... Mm-mm.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm saying not her.
The night that I'm thinking of, maybe we're... Oh, well, you know what?
Can't say names on here.
Yeah,
I kind of just
right.
whispered it to him. So.
Now I know who you're talking about. Now, all right, so that was a different night. But the night that I'm thinking about...
Oh, yeah. That night, I remember
that bartender had a drink thrown at her, and apparently it was an accident. Yeah, quote unquote. You can't see me making air quotes here, but quote unquote, it was an accident. But that bartender's not one to take shit from anybody, and she was like, "If you don't kick him out, I will hit him." Like,
and speaking about her, not in the slightest. Like,
she would have hit him.
It would have been her job, but that's probably why she was like, "Can you fucking go over there, please?" Because fuck.
The night you're talking about, I think. That's a person that like plays hard, but when it comes down to it, really wouldn't really
like
do much.
Like for one, homeboy, like I saw his actions towards you. He was like, no.
That one, by the way, was not an accident. That was like he straight up threw a drink. He tried to lie to me about like he straight up threw a drink. Like that was
the one you're telling me about, or the one I was.
The one that you're talking about. He straight up threw a drink. Like that was like you gotta go.
Because like she came up to me, she was like, he just threw a drink at me. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to go back over that way. I was like, all right, he is really fucking big. So, and then fucking she told you right away.
Again, like...
And then you just walk right the fuck over. Hey, so get the fuck out.
No fear. Like, no fear. No fear whatsoever.
My whole thing was, I was like, I'm a really big dude. He's a really big dude. He would probably have been like...
What's funny, though, is, like, let's be realistic. Like, I'm pretty fearless. However, I know for a fact, if a brawl started, even if I started getting my ass beat, the kitchen would be out there before, like, the fifth punch was thrown. They're probably at the door waiting. Like, oh, please hit him. Please hit him. Please. Oh, go.
I say before the second one gets thrown because... Fucking,
I don't know. From the door to the end of the bar,
the closing line cook. Well, okay, yeah.
From the door to the end, there's probably a 3 or 4 that's going to get thrown. And I can take a couple. I'm just saying.
One thing I love about the whole kitchen staff is once you either cross the line into the kitchen, or once you cross the line with someone in the front of house, we go tribal.
It's game over. Like
we go tribal. We'll grab something quote unquote non lethal, and we will go to town like.
No, I've seen cook. I have grabbed lethal shit. Like,
I remember you telling me about that one thing.
I don't mind telling that story. Yeah, like I'll tell that story real quick. So, end of the night. I think have I told this story on the podcast before?
No, I don't think on podcast.
No? All right.
No,
Well,
no,
let's
no
get
one
into
ones
it.
I've been on.
To like 2:10, 2:15 in the morning, I hear my bartender scream bloody murder over my fucking music. I was in the kitchen at the time. I was a closer, and I had my music blaring. So the fact that I heard my bartender scream bloody murder meant it was loud as fuck.
And which means
That's what screaming bloody murder.
Well, yes.
That just
which brings to your next section.
Oh, yeah, no, I grabbed 2 chef knives and ran out front to find a guy standing in front of the bar and proceeded to put one knife at the front and one knife at the back of his neck and said, "Don't fucking move or I'll kill you." And to be quite frank, I probably would have been more than fired, but it was a legitimate statement. Like, I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know how the fuck you got in here. Like, if you move, you die. And I feel like that's kitchen mentality. Like, you swung on a server, oh, you're getting jumped. Like, the whole kitchen is now up your ass.
Like,
You can talk to the server whoever the fuck you want.
But, oh, yeah, you fuck with it. Like, kitchen will talk to a server like they're
it's
shit, but
the
you
big-
fuck with the server?
Big brother, little sister mentality.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That I am the one that picks on that one.
Dude,
don't
You
say
do not.
shit.
You do not fucking touch them.
There's one night where it was me and at the hotel closing fry cook guy. So it's me and him. We're closing, and it's like 10:50. Like, we're closed up. We're done. Type of shit. Like, we're about to just sweep up, wipe out everything, and then peace out. I hear the bell ring at the back dock, and he didn't. I don't know how he didn't hear it, because I straight up grabbed my knife I always have on me, which is said this one.
They literally
then-
rang a doorbell. But continue.
Yeah,
They
doorbell.
weren't busting down. They
Yeah.
rang a doorbell.
Whatever, but
Do you do that at your house? Like, if someone rings doorbell, like
At 11:30 at night? Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you
I don't have a lot of
go over
visitors at
later than
11:30 at night, let me tell you.
Okay, so maybe we do.
but
Your garage door is wide the fuck open, sir. What time is it now? Yeah, we're at like 9:47. So yes, that's maybe
Yeah, like,
accustomed to you, but I'm with Dooley on this one.
But the whole thing was like, it was like servers and like everyone's up at the bar and everything like that. No one's in the kitchen. Dishwasher, me, and fry cook. And I go and check. Like, we've already locked the back gate. This is before the
So you shouldn't be
Fence.
able to get to the doorbell, by
yeah,
the way.
like the fence was in.
Yes.
It was yeah. It's just and I hear the doorbell and everything, and I kind of go to the back door. I'm like, "Who is it?" Holding 2 chef knives, and then I walk back. I was like, "Okay, maybe it was just my mind playing tricks on me, some shit like that."
There's no
Like,
fucking way, dude. That bell is loud as shit.
I know. Like, I was like, I
It's
don't,
like a school bell. Like, it's
Yeah.
a big gray bell on the wall.
like you hold it and it just keeps on ringing, and
There's
then
literally a sign there that says, "Please ring for service."
and then and then I talked to D.
Service, apparently.
I talked to him.
Poor Cisco driver. I know it's 11:30 at night, but whatever. Keep going.
Hey. Here's a truck order for tomorrow.
Early tomorrow, so let's start the day early. Like,
Here's a truck order for tomorrow. Oh, great! Now I get to do this instead of tomorrow morning.
That would require.
Yeah,
We're going to mic you up if you keep talking.
come back in like 5 hours, bro. Like, but so then I looked at the fry cook and I was like, you did hear that, right? He's like, yeah, I heard it. And I straight up told him, I was like, you realize it's 11 o'clock at night and there's no banquets here. There's no anything going on. Bless you, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's nothing here. Good thing we have that riser for the mixer.
No one's here.
Yeah.
Continue.
So
We're not going to talk about the spill.
he realized out of fucking nowhere, he's like, "Oh shit!" And then he grabs 2 chef knives, and he is just as big as I am, if not bigger. We rush to the back door and everything like that because as I'm explaining to him, it rings again. We go to the back door and everything, and then we fucking kick the damn back door open. No one's there. but we see a dude near D's. It's D.
D's, yeah, whatever.
Fucking, D's car, and he's just sitting by the trunk. We're like, how the fuck did he get? We're like, who the fuck are you? And he was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing near my car? Looked at both of us, two big dudes with two chef knives in each hand, and he was like, oh shit, and fucking bolted off towards the interstate area.
I love how that's the go-to, though. Like, something's wrong, grab two chef knives. I've got one for each hand.
Yeah.
Like, one's not going to cut it. I don't know why, but I need two of these. No one's going to look at you with two knives in your hand and be like, oh, yeah, I got
By
this.
the way, we have a machete, basically. Like, so we, like, cut top rounds and actually do the whole thing. I grabbed that and a chef knife, so I was like, all right, this is my hacker, and this is my fucking slicer, so I'm good to go. D grabbed, like, a little poker, basically, and then a chef knife. So it was basically like doing a poke and stab, and then a fucking hack and slash. Like,
I think my favorite thing is, like, during my whole bloody murder scream story is, like, I know for a fact the manager was in the office with a gun. Like, we had looked at it earlier because he just got new grips. Like, I know he had a gun in the office. Now, granted, it's probably company policy that you don't open the office door because the safe is in there.
yeah,
But I thought it was funny that I'm the one running out front. I did not have to kill this dude. I'd like to clarify that. Again, I'm here. I'm not on murder charges. But turned out, like, the bartender that screamed Bloody Murray knew him. He just scared the living shit out of her. But it's still funny that it's a go-to. Like, yeah, grab two knives.
yeah.
Like, I'm going out front, whatever the fuck, I'm grabbing two knives. I got this.
In my mentality, like, obviously, someone that's going to do that probably has a gun or some shit like that.
Somebody who was gonna break in wouldn't ring the doorbell.
Yeah, I know. And then that was my whole thing that freaked the fuck out of me because I was like, why the fuck would anyone ring the fucking doorbell?
I mean, you don't know. You don't know. Like, hey, that might be a genius move. Like, if I ring the doorbell, they're going to open the fucking door.
grant access and everything.
You know, I got a gun. They have a knife. Like, cool. I could just back the fuck up, bitch. You know, you don't know. Now, I'm not saying that's smart because, again, like, there's a lot of people in a kitchen normally, and you might have a gun at one person, but as soon as you turn the corner, there's like three more motherfuckers like, oh, yeah, bro. You're about to lose that gun, and we're about to go to town.
Just straight up go, like, you know, hook on the film. Hooga shaka, hooga shaka.
All right, so you know what? That's an interesting concept. I'm pretty brazen, I'm pretty ballsy, and I might even go, I'm pretty stupid. If someone ever broke into my restaurant, I would definitely try to protect my staff, but I think my entire goal would be to get that person that's breaking in, like, into the office. For the sole purpose, like, I'm not going to open the safe for you, but now you're less than 3 feet away from me. Like, I might be the only one that gets shot.
A 3 foot fight is
I might be the only one that gets shot, but like, oh, we're fighting for this. Like, again, I'm pretty ballsy, pretty brazen, maybe even a little stupid. Like, my staff is not going to be affected by this. Like, you can tell them to go stand in the walk-in or something. Like, there's no lock that you can really lock on the walk-in because there's a push button from the inside. It's a safety feature. But, sure, tell them to stay in the walk-in. Like, I'll take you to the office. Like, yeah, I'm going to open the safe. We get in the office. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm not opening the safe. Like, this is going to be a standoff, and you're about to shoot me, probably in, like, the gut, which would suck, because that's not fun. But I'm going to fight you. Like, I'm not giving you shit. I'm going to fight you. I don't care how much is in the safe. It could be, like, $100 or $1,000. I'm going to fucking fight you for this. Like, I'm not giving you a goddamn thing.
That's
they say you should give up the money.
They say you do.
Say that.
And you know what? To be honest, insurance would probably cover it.
Oh, it will.
But I would still probably be that person that's like, no, I'm gonna fucking fight you.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's just being stubborn, strong-willed, pride. I don't know. Like,
wait.
I think it's the fight or flight.
Fight or flight?
Fight or flight mentality, and I definitely don't run. People have scared me at work and almost got punched in the face.
I've
People
witnessed
people
it.
have crawled under fucking tables at me and almost got kicked in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
my initial reaction is to at least stun you enough that I can get away.
Like,
Like, if you're gonna come at me, like, I'm gonna do, like, depending on how well the stun move works, like, if you crawl out from under a table to try to attack me and I kick you in the face, depending on your
there is
reaction,
no workers' comp.
depending on your reaction, depends on how, if I continue this fight or if I
Right, like I might punch you in the nose and then
yeah.
be like, "Oh shit!"
he took it.
Whoops.
I'm out. Like,
My
he
bad.
might be able to see me right now. I'm just gonna go.
But like,
My bad.
with
My
stuff
bad. You
like-
shouldn't have tried that. Like,
with stuff like that, like I will drop the name because it's for an amazing cause of what he's trying to do. Tim Kennedy, former UFC fighter. He's a Green Beret sniper. All that type of shit. Spec Ops dude. He like co-founded and runs Sheepdog Response, and they do like they take fucking paramedics, fucking medics, all this other type of shit like that, like to know how to fucking like ground and pound, like do no submissions, shit like that, know how to work a gun, know how to do this and that third, know how to do knife work and shit like that. So if the situation, like one of his sponsored things I saw on Instagram was like, be that person in that gay nightclub, be that person in that movie theater, be that person here and there and third, so you know what to do when it happens. Let's say you don't have a gun, you still know how to grab a gun away. And one thing, there's one video that I saw where it was like, how many of y'all did I have my finger in your eye? Like basically just pressed up against it.
Right.
And he was like, if I was your attacker, you wouldn't have an eyeball anymore. If I was your attacker, I could have elbowed you till your skull collapsed in. Like all this other type of stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, you need to start doing more of these fucking trainings. Like,
I will say though, I think it's easy to say how you will react in these situations. Now, Jason, you're ex-military.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever literally been shot at, but I'm sure
Not
you.
in the military.
Okay. It's a fair statement because that's kind of where I'm going.
I have been shot.
Kind of where I'm going. So, but at least you have been trained, probably with blanks, that like gunshot sounds
in that
and
perspective.
like you are trained to.
In a combat situation, I've been fired at a lot. Not live rounds.
Right. So, but you are trained how to react during those situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. I've had a sordid past. I've been shot at. I don't run. I'm with you. Fight or flight. Like, I'm fighting. There's no flight.
You've been shot at?
I hope your mic is on. I really do.
I'm pretty sure.
But the point is, I've been shot at. I know I'm not going to run in those situations. Like, if someone has a gun at my head, yeah, I'll walk you to the office. Like, I will play along until we are in a close encounter space, and it's game on. Probably not the smartest move. Again, insurance might pay for it, but like,
in all honesty, that probably is the smartest move because then you give him the mentality that he is
in charge.
and then you are like, oh, well, bitch, I can do something right here, fucking trip you, like fucking who knows, like trip you, and then you fucking like break your neck on a fucking table or some shit like that. Who fucking like some sort of fucking move they could do.
Trip you, I'm going for the gun, and I don't even mean to take it. Like, the problem with all right, this is a kind of a separate story, but like the problem with guns is everyone relies on the power of the gun. Like, okay, if you don't have the gun, what power do you have?
Yeah, if you don't have the power to pull the trigger.
That's a whole other issue.
Especially if you go the whole,
if you're gonna pull it, you better fucking use it.
especially if you go the whole crazy fucking person thing.
So hold on,
And-
Dooley, I do have a question.
Well,
Dooley, have you been shot at?
I've had a knife pulled on me a couple times.
so no. So the answer is no.
No.
I mean, hey, that's you know what? I think that's probably a normal response.
Who the fuck, yeah.
Fucking shot at.
There's nothing to fucking
Well, you have
like,
been and I have been, so let's think about that for a
I've been
second.
shot at. Like, somebody literally shot at
I was
me.
just
Yes.
Real gun. You're
Someone
like,
has
you're
shot
just
at me.
narrowly escape because they have the worst fucking gun instincts, like every TV show.
I mean,
Like handgun to the
I've-
side shit.
Everybody,
I've had a gun
everybody on
pulled
TV
on.
I was
is
in a
apparently the
vehicle.
worst armed persons ever. Like,
I was getting out of the vehicle.
Okay, I've had a
And-
gun. Cool. I've had a gun pulled on me at a BP for a fucking cigarette.
see, those are the
What?
kind of people that you know you can take the gun from because they're not fucking really trying to use their
They're
gun.
just like, give me a cigarette or give me your money. Like,
You know,
Okay, so hold on, hold
It's not
on.
even pulled
By your
out of the
movement, though.
holster.
Yeah, like by
No,
your
you don't-
movement. It was
you
more of
think
like
he
a,
had-
they
you
showed
think-
the
You
gun.
think he had a holster?
It was more of like a
He
yes.
Side of
listed at the
sweatpants.
shirt and he showed you his gun.
So
like,
was
I
it
want a
pulled?
cigarette.
Was it pulled?
Well,
Wait,
Was it pulled and pointed, Dooley? Like was it aimed at
no,
you?
no.
So it was still in his pants.
So that's
Yeah.
not pulled.
I could easily probably kicked his fucking gun and shot him.
Yeah, in his sweatpants.
I just
Oh,
wanna ask,
Rochambeau
though,
you
hold
for
on.
it.
Hold on, though. The real question is, did you give him a cigarette?
That's it. That's a yes.
Dude, I did. I was like, bro, why are you showing me your gun? Here's a cigarette. And he was like, all right, man. I was like, what the fuck? Why does the fuck you show me a gun? Just ask like a normal
So
person.
that's your.
That's the only time I've ever had a gun like shown to me. I've never had a gun like pointed to me in time. I mean, I
This
haven't.
story went way off track, but
Oh, but it's so interesting at this point.
Well, I'm a chick and I've had a gun pointed at me.
Granted, he really didn't have teeth. So
That actually explains a lot about this story.
I had some other thoughts going through my head. I was like, yeah, you probably.
probably the reason why you don't have teeth is probably because you showed somebody their gun. Like, and they kicked your fucking face in. Like, you should.
And
you know,
the only teeth that he had were pretty yellow, so I'm pretty sure he wasn't on the good side of life. So
So I mean, like when it happened to me, I was in a vehicle and it was a shotgun, and I know that a shotgun holds 3 rounds, and when the 3 rounds were done is when I fucking left because now they got to reload, and reloading a shotgun is not.
was
Quick.
it just a regular pump?
Yeah, it was a pump shotgun. It actually was. I'm assuming it was a sawed-off pistol grip, like no buttstock.
Just
Like-
straight up to pump.
Well, I wasn't paying that much
It was a crazy
attention.
night, though. It was like 4th
Yeah,
of July,
it
wasn't
was
it?
4th. Yeah, it was 4th of
And
July, and I was
everybody
giving a cook a ride home.
Yeah, everybody gets,
Perfect time to shoot guns
everybody
off.
gets
Like,
riled up on 4th of July.
And I was like, my whole thing was like we pulled in and I saw him sitting there, and like it was a group of them. I was like, I'm pulling into a really bad neighborhood, and I was like, hey, talking to the guy I'm giving a ride home, am I gonna be okay when I get out of here? And he's like, yeah, man, you're totally fine. Like they saw you come in with me.
Yeah.
It mattered until you left.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to leave, and they were there's one way in and one way out. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, fuck me, dude. When they walked in the middle of the street, I was just like, oh, fuck. Like, so I stopped as they stood there, and I was like, all right, so...
Also, you were in a vehicle with no.
Yeah, I was
top
in
on
a
the
Jeep
car.
with no roof. It's 4th of July weekend. Like, so there's like, it's no doors, no nothing.
Your only escape is duck cover and gun it.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, like, so they fired like 2 rounds off in the air. And I was like, all right.
That was stupid.
You only got 1 left. Like, so, and I talked to homeboy later the next day when I was like back at work. I'm like, you asshole. Like, he's like, yeah, dude. He's like, I could hear the fucking rounds raining down by my house. And he's like,
And
so I
he
ran
didn't
inside.
run over to fucking come help you?
Would you?
If he was so sure that those were his boys and they saw him come in or you go in with him, like, and then he just ran inside?
So the third round.
Yes,
I'm
Never-
assuming he was
yes,
already
he's-
inside at that
Guess
point.
who's
but-
never getting a ride home again.
Oh, fuck no. He never got it. He was like, you can walk, bitch.
I'll drop you off 3 blocks away.
Like,
Fuck that.
you can walk. You're not getting back in my shit. Like, it's like, I'm not dropping you anywhere. Like, so the third round went over me. And that's when I decided to punch it.
I'm gonna gun it.
Like, they're in the road.
You can move, or you can get hit.
Yeah, so that's when, like, I threw it in first gear, punched it, like, I was in second gear, like, coming at him. Like, and I was in a Jeep, but my Jeep was, like, with a 6-inch lift, like, sitting on 35s.
I will run you over.
It's like you are not gonna affect this thing.
Basically, the grill is at their face, pretty much.
Chest level.
I would say
Chest level.
at least waist high. Like, I mean, like you're gonna catch it, and it's a steel bumper. Like it's like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray paint it because it was a black bar. When I hit you, I'm just gonna go home and spray paint it. Like it's like that's how I took care of everything. Like with the vehicle, I was like, I'll just spray paint that later. It's fine.
Give it a good wash, and then just.
So I haul ass out, and as I'm passing, they're like, "That's how we do." And I was like, "Good on ya." That's what I was like, because there's no top. I'm just like, it's like, I did not stop at the stop sign on the way out of that neighborhood.
That'd be funny as shit.
Like, hold on, and hit the blinker and wait. Like, no, dude, I came out of the neighborhood like, get the fuck out the way, dude, because I'm coming through. Like,
just try to wait at the stop sign, put the blinker on, flick them off, and then
like turn around, like,
I'm pretty sure you're still reloading.
Rules, and then drive off. Like, no, there was none of that shit, dude. Like my fucking. Like, we talk about the pucker factor. My asshole was grabbing the seat, so if that Jeep flipped over, I would still be able to hang on. It's like I was, that's the moment where, like, it's fear and you have to make decisions.
I have to say, like, it doesn't, just because it's fight or flight, just because you're fight doesn't mean there's no fear.
I feel like,
I would think that there isn't any fear.
I feel like
that's the whole thing.
I feel like with every fight,
to go,
you'd have way more fear than if you were to fight.
You fear. The difference is like okay, so like there's like if you're scared and then you go through the fear to continue your we'll call it mission because that's just the way it was.
Your mission was to get away.
Like you have a mission and like you're scared, but the mission it still needs to be complete. Like which the mission at this point was to get the fuck out of there.
Right.
And like you can stand in the road or you can get the fuck out of the way because I'm not stopping.
I'm gonna gun it, and you're either gonna move or get hit.
But I feel like you did stop. Right?
I stopped before I got to them.
And then they stopped shotgun. I mean, I guess.
Well, yeah, they were standing in the road, so I stopped 2 rounds up, like straight up, like, you know, celebratory, like you're like at a Mexican fiesta. Boom, 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 like they're shooting straight up in the damn air. Which was 2 rounds, and like in my head, like I'm doing the math. All right, that's 2.
Right.
Now I don't know if these guys are smart enough to take the plug out of a shotgun, which will allow you to have more rounds. So I'm not. I'm betting on my life at this point. Like, all right, that was 1 round.
That was the second. All right, now we're on last round.
They're not smart enough to modify this. Like,
Well, they're just shooting straight rounds in the air just to fuck with a random person that drives down the road. No, they're not.
they did not. So.
Oh, well, we're gonna buy a lot of fucking shotgun rounds.
Yeah, but loading a shotgun, like you got to flip it over. You got to
Let's buy 1,000 shells, and each time Uber drives down here, we'll shoot about 2 each.
This was before Uber, but
yeah, I'm saying, but
anyway, that's.
No, you were the Uber.
Yeah, I was Uber. And,
You didn't get paid.
Damn, I was going there. So, yeah, it's not fun, but the fight or flight, like I'm definitely not in the flight mode. Okay, maybe we can consider that flight mode, but I had enough sense in my brain to count rounds and figure out.
I would consider that fight mode because you're like, well, if you don't get out of the fucking road,
I'm gonna
you're
hit
out
you.
of bullets, and like okay, like who's to say they didn't have
Another guy.
a pistol or something?
Yeah.
Or some random person like in the back, like, oh, okay, y'all do your 3. He's gonna go, and then I'm gonna shoot.
Well, if they
No,
were,
that's bullshit.
if they were thinking that much, it would be like, you shoot you 3, I'm going to hop in his passenger seat while he's looking at you. But obviously that didn't happen. So
That's how we do. That's all I remember. Like as I'm.
They were there, and they obviously saw the other person that got out, so they're just dumb.
And that dude was like 6'4", 6'5", pushing 300 pounds. Like we're in a Jeep. Like Jeeps aren't that big, dude. We're elbow to elbow in this bitch. I'm just giving you a ride home from work on 4th of July weekend, and like, cause I'm trying to beat traffic, And I felt bad because you would have had to walk like 16 blocks. Guess what you did for the rest of the time?
Walk
You walked
16 blocks.
Bitch, I ain't doing this shit again. Like,
That's when that motherfucker probably pulled his gun out on his neighbors. Like, damn it!
motherfucker, I had a
Hell,
free
I-
ride.
You're fucking moving again, Tommy.
I know their names were Tommy.
Well then. All right, so
How do we get on that subject anyway?
Oh, God. It's been a downward spiral since the fucking
a downward
Chick-fil-A.
spiral. I mean, I'd say it was a pretty interesting topic, honestly.
I'm just saying, eating up the guns. It went from chef knives to getting shot at in a chicken.
Okay, so basically we started with a fight and flight, and then it just went from.
Dude, we started
hand
with
to hand.
chicken wings.
That's how I feel about chicken wings.
Alex is gonna stay to the street.
How are you going to title this one?
You want to get in your car? No, I'm going to have a
It talks about
shotgun.
chicken wings and getting shot at. Like, people, that's a great,
chicken wings are
it's a great title for the podcast.
Drive
People are
away in a
like,
Jeep.
holy shit, people get shot at over chicken wings?
I have
Yeah,
a,
title it something like that.
I kind of have a great topic on that note. Not that it involves shots, maybe shots fired, but like not like from a gun. You know what? Yeah, hey. Boom. All right, so shots fired. I have a topic I want to bring up. What's the best and/or worst way you've ever seen anyone quit a job? Oh, thoughts are abounding.
Oh.
I'll start while you think. I think the best / worst way I've ever seen anyone quit a job was probably at my first job. And it was a large party, probably like 15 or 16 people. Long story short, the bill was pretty big, over $200, and they tipped in change. So A, not that big a tip. B, all in coins. Now, the parking lot for this restaurant was through the kitchen, like out the back door. The server of said table grabbed all of the coins and met the person who paid at his car. Person was already in the car, getting ready to drive away, and the server, in his in his irritation, pelted this car with the handful of change. And when I say pelted, I mean like full-on baseball. Like it was more like softball because it was underhand, just like chucked at the car, left dents, and immediately came back in. Well, I think the phrase that was yelled, I was outside smoking a cigarette during this, and I loved it. It was, obviously you need this more than I do. Bing! Like, changed against car. Immediately walked back inside, like, dropped his apron with all the money in it. He didn't, I don't know if he owed money. I was not front of the house at that point. But immediately dropped his apron and was like, I fucking quit. And walked out. Middle of the dining room floor, by the way. Like, hilarious to watch, because I definitely followed him inside. And obviously the owner of the car came inside and was like, I want him fired! And the guy was like, well, you just made him quit, so congratulations.
Good job. You fucking suck at life.
I honestly hate that expression.
I want him fired?
No, you need this more than I do. Like,
Well, if you leave like $6 in change
I
on a
get
$200 tab, don't fucking go out to eat.
Okay, but
Who
dude,
has
maybe your
$6
server
in change?
sucks. You don't know if that server did its job. Like
On
it's-
hand.
Didn't mean to say it, but that server sometimes just sucks.
This server was a good server. There's no way. There's no way that he did a bad job. It was probably the greatest way I've seen anybody quit.
I've
Okay,
heard that story a million times over and over again by everybody that's worked in the food service industry.
I had to think.
Pelting change at a car?
I mean, maybe they don't go to that extreme, but they like, oh, okay, like I've heard it, like they run out and throw the change at people. Maybe not their car, but I've heard it at,
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah.
going to throw this change at them. You need it more than I do. Like, no.
Well, I mean,
Maybe-
I'll go ahead and blame Waiting for that because that's what
Yeah.
he did in Waiting.
It's just,
Great movie.
I just hate that.
Great movie, yeah.
Great movie. If you've never worked in the service industry, go ahead and watch that. If you listen to this podcast, you should watch that movie.
I had to think about it for a second, and now I just remembered my sister.
Oh, well.
You just remembered your sister? Wow.
Weird.
Rude, dude.
Come on, think. Anyway, so
And she listens to the podcast.
Yes, she does. So, and she will actually not mind me telling this because it's fucking epic. So, she was working at a corporate place that has a weekday in it. Think about that for a second.
Okay.
So she was there.
It's only 1 and 2.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. So, think about it. It's the beginning of the week. And
Okay.
And so she's working there, working for a good long time. This one day, all the line cooks fucking with her, all her tables tipping her complete shit. Well, I'm talking like $1 or $2 on like 50.
So was she having a bad day?
She was. She didn't say what you just said. Oh, you need this more than you do. No. So, the place she worked at had kind of open window kitchen. Bar is in the middle of the restaurant, and all her tables are right around the bar and a little bit to the back end. And
So she has a hike.
no, for how the restaurant was set up, it was like kind of like right
And when
here,
you say like, you're like, I'm assuming like,
right here next to the bar, and then like you have 2 tables over here. So
no, like not in like the back of the restaurant, like on the other side.
no. It was like
It's like, what the fuck section is this?
no.
Welcome to Antarctica.
No, she picked up those 2 tables. So that was her whole thing for the entire fucking night. She was there from I think it was like 3 o'clock to about 9 o'clock. So 6 hours doing this whole section. No good tips. Like everyone just kept on going to said bar of food. Said bar. Fuck it. And at the end of at damn near the end of her shift, it was like an hour till she was about to leave. She had this one table that tipped her like a couple cents on like fucking 30, like a couple cents. Like they gave her like a nickel, a quarter, and like 2 pennies of shit.
So they left the change on the table.
Yeah,
Like literally, they left the change of their bill on the table.
pretty much. And then she still had like 4 more tables, and then like she was kind of tending. She wasn't tending the bar, but she was helping the bartender out because she was full. And because as I said, cooks were fucking with her too. She straight up came out of the kitchen, went to the fucking open window. She's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Went up to her tables. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,
Wow.
fuck you.
No,
fuck
you're cool.
Went up to the bar.
No cools.
went up to the bar to like the couple people that she was tending to. Was like, fuck all y'all. I'm done with this fucking place. Fuck all you. You suck ass at fucking tipping and like all this other shit that she was telling me. And then she came home and she told me the story. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. But but she straight up told
This is a
all
bad
her
day.
tables. She told all her tables and the fucking kitchen staff, straight up, fuck all of you. I fucking hate every one of you. Suck a dick and die, basically. Walked out. Not even 2 months later, the general manager of that store, he loved her so much, he was like, hey, can you come back? Like, can you go back to this store, not this one? But she's straight, like, a full fucking restaurant, like a Saturday night, just straight up fucking just, fuck you, and she's just yelling at every single one of them. And when she told me that story, I was like, I love you so much. You know, that.
That's the type of shit you wish you could do, but never really.
Yeah,
Dude.
I have never.
Dude, she, like.
Okay, but
she,
that
like, she went to like her last table that she had of the night. She straight up just finger right to the fucking dude. Just fuck you.
What did that dude ever do to her?
Yeah, he hadn't even tipped yet.
Tip yet.
No. He tapped out and he like tipped like fucking like $10 on like
And you just happened to be still sitting there.
Yeah, like they're just waiting on the fucking.
Like, dude, like if you're gonna leave a shitty tip, get the fuck out.
Like leave before anything else happens. Like
I got you in a minute.
But then that leads to another like topic is like, okay, if you think that the server, okay, all right, then you guys are all back at house. if you think about the fact that a server might have a bad day and it leaks onto her fucking tables,
It's 100% accurate. It leaks onto every table.
Is that the fucking cooks,
but
the cooks that gave her a hard time all fucking day? Like they should be to blame too.
Well, for the most part, from what she told me, it was like they were just giving her a hard time because she was having a hard time with tables.
Or was she having a hard time with tables because she was fucking up orders?
No, she wasn't like.
You can't both assault and defend servers at the same time, Alyssa. Okay, like
No, like because
this battle right now is.
I've gone in when she was serving, and she was like,
Did she take care of you?
no, cause,
Weird.
Yeah, let my sister take care of me.
fuck you, doing.
What the fuck do you want? I don't fucking care, Jay. I don't give a shit.
It's gonna take like 3 hours. I'm gonna forget to ring your shit in.
Yeah, she'll do that to me because it's fucking me. But but I was sitting at the bar with my parents and everything, and she's like mid-server, so she's between everything. She was like, tables way the fuck over here, tables over here.
That's what I asked you. So now you're saying that she had tables way the fuck over there.
No, like this isn't a different time. I wasn't there when she did that shit, because if she did that, I would have been fucking applauding her.
You'd have
I've been like,
you'd have been filming it.
I've been like, how much you tip her? How much you tip her? Both of y'all combined should have been, well, you're the fucking tab bitch. Like, what the fuck you doing? Like,
But that's people in the food service industry. Like,
yeah, but at the same
understand, like, okay, like
at the same time, all of them.
cooks don't tip very well in the establishment that they work in.
I do.
Because
even the
why?
places I don't,
because somebody called you out one day, or did you just automatically start out knowing that you should tip 20%?
My
at
mom,
least?
my dad, and my sister and me have all been in the industry. Like, I've known from since I was like fucking 8. Like, my parents, like, they'll be like, hey, give me your plates, and we all stack them up, put them on the table. That shit was like natural for me. Like,
You just said that we all came from the back of the house, and I have to say, from a back of the house perspective, even when I first started in the industry, it was like 20%. And I'll be honest with you,
I disagree.
didn't.
I full-heartedly
I didn't.
disagree.
are we talking about getting a shift drink, or are we talking about coming in on your day
I was
off?
younger, I didn't know
In the
better.
back of the house,
When
that
I was
come up
younger,
after
I didn't
their
know
shift.
better.
When you were younger, are you talking about when you were like 18 as a dishwasher? Because that might be understandable.
I mean, like 18.
Before you ever moved to the front of the house.
Oh, I
You
still
don't
tip
understand.
huge.
Why?
Are you talking before we even were able to work?
No, I'm
Because that's where I am. Because when I
I'm
was 8
talking about
years,
when you were able to pay your own tab.
I told a girlfriend she was about to walk home because she tried to grab more of the tip that I left off the table, and I was like, if you take that money, you're walking fucking home.
dude, when I was 9 years old, like, I even told my dad, I was like, how much is the bill? You should tip her probably about like $20 on that. 8 years old, and I'm fucking moving plates to the end of the table so she could grab them quickly and then just fucking bust that
Yeah, I
shit
did not grow up that way. Like, I mean, I have no idea what my parents tipped when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm with you on that.
None of my parents worked in the industry. None of my family have worked in this industry. Like, I'm the only one. My family is full of people in the medical field.
Yeah, where did you fuck up?
Yeah, right.
The main
I
place
suck.
the main place that we went to was either Chili's or Applebee's.
Keep throwing those names on out there.
It's a fucking whatever. They're chain places. Like,
And granted, right now he's not talking shit, so I mean, I guess it's
hopefully.
alright.
All
One day
right,
we'll
but then
get some
that
Applebee's
leads,
gift
but
cards in the
that
mail.
also leads to a different kind of
Applebee's.
aspect of your life. Also, like people that grow up having people cook for them at home, and you don't go out that often, you're not gonna realize what tip even means.
Yeah, as a kid,
If you
like,
go out all like 5 nights out of the week to eat, that might be a conversation. Like,
I don't
the bill is this, we need to leave this. Like, why, Mom? Because it's normal and you have to tip.
At the same time, they broke it down to me. Like, my mom, she was a server. My dad was a server. And he's a server bartender. And they're saying, like, if they do a good job, or a great job, or amazing job, like, you leave them at least 20%. If they're shit, they don't fucking refill their drinks. They don't fucking bring food on time. They don't do this. Or all the bad, negative things about serving. Then you kind of... maybe 15. Maybe 15. As in, like, 15 to,
like your shitty tip was 15.
yeah, basically, like, your shitty tip is 15. Like, if you're a stupid, horribly, oh my god, fucking shit server, you're probably going to get, like, 5%. We're still going to tip you, but we're not going to be like, yeah, here's your 20%.
So that's how you get change shoved in your car.
Yeah.
But
at the same time, like, if you were a shit fucking server, like, you didn't refill drinks, you brought up food an hour late, you never really greeted us, someone else had to greet us, and then you never really gave us a check till, like, an hour after we're done eating, and then you never give us our to-goes, like, or fucking doggy bags. Like, you're just, oh,
damn, doggy bag.
yeah.
So you're at a place where
How
people
old
will
are you?
take your food and box it for you?
No.
I'm just saying, if
You-
you forget your to-go box, that's your
No,
fault.
I think he's saying, like, they never got to-go boxes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like, can
never
we get
got-
boxes? And it never arrived.
Like, oh, hey, our nacho that we wanted, like, we just came here for fucking family day, or fuck ever, and then we just like, hey, can we get to go to take this? We'll do it ourselves, and you forget to bring that and the bag, or you forget to bring the bag and just, or some shit.
Like your appetizer arrived at your table after your fucking...
Your appetizer arrives after your fucking dessert. Like, that type of shit. Like, if you're that horrible, you need to
Hey,
go
that
somewhere.
could have been the kitchen.
Appetizer before dessert.
It could have been in the kitchen.
Usually always the server.
Okay.
They forgot to bring that shit in.
Like, oh, hey, here's your dessert.
At that point, though?
Yeah, like, just
Don't
pretend-
ring it in
just
then,
pretend
yeah.
like that shit
Like,
never happened.
Hey, do not Quentin Tarantino this shit. I like to go appetizer, entree, dessert, motherfucker. Like, this is not a Quentin Tarantino movie, motherfucker. I like my shit that way. I don't want to have fucking a sweet tooth and then I eat a steak and then I eat some fucking fried fucking shrimp.
We're
Like,
going to
come
start this meal at the end.
Well,
So how would you guys like
I'll
dessert?
eat a steak and then some fried shrimp. Sorry.
on. Okay, yeah, I would do that. Just some random scenario on that, but
There's an organization. I think it's like Red Hats or something. And then they actually do order dessert before they order.
they're fucking weird.
But it's, dude. First of all, it's an organization, and they're old ladies, and they're like, "Well,
They need to get their.
we
shit
might
right.
not live to see
They-
dinner. Let's get
they-
dessert." Like,
That was a little rough, but they are older ladies.
Let's move on.
they know. They're like, they know because they're like, "Hey, we might not live to see dinner. Let's get the dessert out of the way." Like, so
But-
they always order the dessert
but
first.
Pretty much, that's
Okay.
what. That,
It's a Red Hat organization.
Yeah, we've had them, and they do not order dessert first.
pretty
Bullshit.
much what I'm saying is you have to be a shitty server for me to even like think about 10%.
But then there's people that do not understand tipping.
Yeah, well,
Like, I'm not going to say that.
which I'm not a part. Like, I've never been a part of that. Like, since
All right, rule of thumb.
You just have to. I mean,
I understand,
If you like,
like-
your job and you want to do it, you just have to accept it and deal with it. Like,
I
you get a shitty tip, you get a shitty tip.
Yeah.
Move on.
yeah.
All right,
I
for
understand
those
this.
for those of you who don't understand or can't do the math, like from what I
Use the
understand,
decimal.
All of you have calculators on your phone.
yeah, and there's a tip button
There are
in there,
apps.
but if you tip what the tax is, right? Is that what I'm understanding? Then all right, so tip tax times 2, and you're good.
Basically.
I'd say that's a fair assessment.
And that's more than 20% in this
I was going to
state.
say in this state, I think it's 11, so that would be 22%. That's a fair assessment in this state.
And-
I don't know about all states.
Okay,
But they literally, it's a fucking decimal. All you have to do is move your decimal, like, for percentages.
Well,
and
that's,
then times it by 2.
I was going to say that's 10%.
yeah.
And my parents and my sister taught me that shit way the fuck early on. Like,
I didn't know when I was 8,
I was a buster.
but by the time I was 18, I did.
I was
Like,
a buster, and me and my friends would go out to dinner, and they're like, "Oh, what do I tip?" I'm like, "Dude, just fucking move the thing over here."
Like, and I
Like,
have to.
Well,
I
usually
might have
bussers
left
in
some
position-
shitty tips because, like, when I was in the army, like, I had never seen the front house. Like, I went from dishwasher to the military. Well, dishwasher, cook, military, back to cooking, and I never even went to the front of the house, like, outside of, like, a dining experience, and, like, I probably left some shitty tips, and I apologize now, like, 'cause, like, now the producer bitches because I overtip. Maybe I'm just trying to make up for it. Like, so.
I feel like I usually probably overtip.
I overtip like a motherfucker.
Okay, so
So
we're going to end the podcast on
Overtipping is good.
overtipping on a positive note. We tend to overtip.
If I have a
And
$17 tab, or you bet your ass you're getting $10 slice.
once again, guys,
me, but
there's an ambulance going by. Hopefully that's not coming up on the... Something in the water just let out, guys. We'll talk about that more tomorrow when we get the news feed. Once again, thank you to all of our non-sponsors for not sponsoring us. And if you do want to sponsor us, you can send us an email at teamfatkiddnation at damn.
TeamFatKid at
getting
teamfatkiddnation.com.
closer, Jason.
Our Twitter handle is at TeamFatKid1. Our Instagram is TeamFatKidNation. Our Facebook is TeamFatKid. Our YouTube is TeamFatKid. And you can always find us on your favorite podcast app.